What was just to capitalize off it, what was the favorite part? What was your favorite part around that time? Like, what was around that era? It's a whole different era now, you know what I'm saying?
Of course, yeah.
What was your favorite thing about doing it around then?
I guess, like some of the lifestyle.
He could talk about it. He did his time. He did his time.
He did.
So the lifestyle that, I really set myself up, and it was like incredible to how I was able to work this insane amount of profit. So let's just say nowadays, I don't know because I don't sell weed nowadays, but some people, I think they might make as low as like $50 on 1 pound, right?
Yeah.
So back when I was doing this, I would make like $1,100 on 1 pound, $1,200 on 1 pound, right? Times like however many pounds I could get my hands on that week.
A lot of people right now are like, I'm doing it wrong.
No,
doing it wrong, Freeway. I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah. So, and the reason I was able to do that was, so I happened to roll up to just drop off some regular hydroponic that I had at somebody's house up on Melrose, just regular business. And he's like, hey, I got this Kush. People up here buy that. They don't want this fucking Canadian, blah, blah, blah. And I hung out for a few hours and blazed with him. And I watched a couple of people come through back then it wasn't a trap. It just came through the house, but they come through the pad and they were buying expensive stuff, like almost like $7,000 for a pound of Kush.
Damn.
And I was like, what? That's insane, And at the time, I think I was selling mine for like $4,000 to this person, right? And maybe even like 45 or something, but still getting pretty decent, good for like exotic hydroponic, herb.
Yeah.
So then I just couldn't, I was so shocked, right? So I started figuring this out and I started trying to get some off of this person, like, hey, where is the Kush, and then I started saying, who's got clones of it? Because I myself was trying to dabble as a grower, right? Eventually I gave that up because guys just flooded me with so much already finished product. Like, why even spend the time?
Exactly.
It's just but at one point I did dabble in it, and I told them, let me get some of these clones. So I ended up giving them to the Canadians. I was able to acquire some here in LA, and I sent them all the way up to Canada, and it took about maybe 9 months. And then they started really fucking shooting just hundreds and hundreds. But
that's hydro, right? Still?
Mm-hmm, yeah. And so at the moment, I even told them when I gave them the clones, I'll pay you more. And I told them that this is like a Ferrari. This is like Louis Vuitton. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? What I'm giving you is ultra high end. And they said, you know what? We don't want any more money. We just, as long as you move more, we're cool with it.
Wow.
And I was like, shoot it. You know what I'm saying?
Send it over.
Yeah. So they didn't entirely know. And as I started to even do more and build more with them, my price came lower. So I was probably somewhere like $2,800 or $3,200 is what I would pay for a pound of good Kush, and on these levels of hundreds of them, right? And then when I started getting them, even when I first hit LA market, people in LA would pay me $5,500 and it would be gone in 2 days. And then even if one of my bros hit me and he missed out, because I was more hands-on that day, and I would rip around myself in that moment when it first hit the scene, right?
Yeah.
Pre-incarceration sort of thing, right?
Yes, sir.
And so people would hit me and get mad at me. Oh, that's messed up. Don't forget where you came from. How you gonna leave me out? I'm your boy. And it would just be gone. And like I'm saying, so I was getting them for let's just say $3,000 and turning around and selling these things for so much money, where it was making so much. I started even kind of telling people I was paying more and sharing them to where they thought they were getting a higher percentage. What I was saying, I would make $1,000 or $1,200, because sometimes I would even say, hey, Jamal, I could, make it to where you could make this much if you can get some people, so I can acquire more of these, sort of people that pay those numbers.
Yes.
Yeah. And then,
salesman.
And then eventually what happened was the medical, commercial buildings all started to pop up. So a lot of what I was doing was before these dispensaries were even starting to show up in, LA and whatnot. And so as these dispensaries started popping up, then the market of Kush just completely, the price point just tanked.